Hi everyone, welcome to Board of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and either are any of these blokes. This is my old mate Hexaflex. Hexaflex from NV Clan, kicking us off in a Tier 10 extravaganza. That's right, 4 Ace Tanker replays in one video. But today's Saturday, and it's, look, I reckon, unless I can't count, I reckon it's a week before Oz Armour Fest. So make sure you yell out if you're going to Oz Armour Fest up there in sunny Cairns. I'll be up there, and I'll be there for the whole weekend, plus a couple of extra days. So, make sure you jump into the Discord channel, link down below, and join in the clan and social events, I think it's called, channel on Discord, and say good day. Catch up for a few frothies, either before or after Tank Fest, and of course, maybe get on board the Wargaming event on the Saturday night at the museum. Anyhow, kicking us off today is Hexaflex for NV Clan. He's in a platoon of 113s in this all Tier 10 game on the Asia server. Is it a platoon of 113s? Is that a 339? I'm not sure. Anyway, Hexaflex from Envy in the 113. This is the Tier 10 Chinese heavy tank. And he shoots the 277 in the side for 543 hit points. He hasn't got a bad gun, this one. 440 alpha damage in the 122mm gun. 249 penetration with the standard rounds, which are armor-piercing rounds. Heat rounds will give you 340 penetration. That's an extra, nearly an extra 100mm of penetration with the premium rounds. He takes his time aiming into the lower plate of the Super Conqueror, brings his damage up to nearly 1500 already, and we're less than 2 minutes into this game. 0-0 is the score. It's an encounter battle. Of course, if you've got this mode turned off, you might want to turn it on, you might want to keep it off, you might want to... Well, you can turn it on or off in the settings anyway. It's up to you. In encounter mode, there's only one cap. And of course, on Lakeville, it's on the eastern side, which you can see on the mini-map with the white circle. And the objective is to either, as usual, kill all the enemy tanks or capture the base. It does take a hell of a long time to cap the base with one tank, though. You can see there's 3 tanks on the cap, and there's there's a minute left on the cap timer as Hexaflex and his teammates duking it out in the city against the enemy tanks. 2-2 to score, 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the cap timer. Looks like the enemy team are getting some juicy resets as Hexaflex takes his time to aim. I'm tipping the 113 hasn't got the best aim time, being Chinese, and that's why it's taking his time aiming at the weak spots of these heavily armoured Russian tanks, as well as a Super Conqueror which he shot not too long ago. Gets it one into the IS-7. All Tier 10 tanks, like I said, 2 IS-7s and a 277 on the enemy team, along with 3 Super Conquerors, a couple of Bat Chats, K91, Object 140, Grille, Sheridan, and of course Artillery. On Hexaflex's team, there's the 3 113s, or the 339 platoon, you could call it. One, the IS-7, an Object 277, the 705A, there's everything. The JP E100, we're going to see a JP E100 at the end of this video, but with the score on 2-5, what's Hexaflex going to do to try and turn this game around? 2-5 to score, 2 tanks are still capping, still a minute 30 left on the clock, and of course, like I said, it does take a hell of a long time to cap on encounter mode. 2-6 is the score. He's going to have to do something to turn this game around. They're down by 4 tanks. Looks at the back of the Super Conqueror, shoots him for 394 hit points. Maybe he's going to... he was going to get the kill on the ram kill. Maybe he was going to get a ram kill on the Batchat 25T. You can see there on the right-hand side of the screen. 3 enemy tanks just got taken out of the game pretty quickly. The Batchat 25 ton, the IS-7 and the Super Conqueror, and now the deficit is down to 2. 2 now as the 277 gets taken out by the 140. Hexaflex and his team are in a little bit of trouble though. You can see they're almost getting surrounded with tanks to the south, tanks to the north, but the enemy team have pushed straight through the city, the Valley of Death. I really thought they would have been bogged down there. All those tanks in the valley have clearly come past now, and they're trying to get Hexaflex and his platoon mates and his teammates into a bit of a pincer as they start capping again. Only 24 seconds left on the cap. There's Hexaflex here. The 277 gets taken out, fires blindly towards that Object 140 just as he went unspotted. He's already got 3,500 damage done here, not counting any blind shots. Looking towards that Bat Chat. He does get spotted, takes his time aiming, shoots him, and only tracks the auto-loading French medium tank. A platoon mate shoots him for 427, and that evens the score up at 9 apiece as the Super Rock Conqueror goes down elsewhere on the map. Unfortunately, one of his first platoon mate gets taken out. The 121 gets taken out. Now they're down by 2 tanks again. Hexaflex lucky enough to still have some health here, and he's looking for the kill shot on this Super Conqueror. It bounces the British heavily armoured Tier 10 heavy tank, and they're still down 9-12, staying in the city. Shoots at Sheridan for 426, does couple shot for 399 with the American gun there, not with the dirt gun by the looks of it. Looking towards the north now, the Super Conqueror and the Object 140. Super Conqueror is a one shot on 8 hit points. Object 140 on 400 and what is it, 422. That should be a one-shot, long as he doesn't low-roll, and looks like that's what he's going to be going for first. Sticking with the standard rounds left, only 3 standard rounds remain on Hexaflex's 113. You could be forgiven for loading premium at this stage of the game. Still down by 3 tanks, 10-3. He gets a kill on the Object 140, but the IS-7 goes down at roughly the same time. Cops a shot from the Super Conqueror. Only 2 standard rounds remaining. Shoots and kills the British heavy tank, and now it is 2 versus 4 with a score on 11-13. 4,382 hit points of damage done by Hexaflex from Envy Clan. His platoon mates are dead, and the only other tank remaining is the Jagdpanzer E100. Hopefully they stick together here. The Jagdpanzer E100 on 718 hit points. Hexaflex on 649 hit points. He's got his last remaining standard round ready to rock and roll. The JP E100 kills the Batchat 25T, and that's certainly going to help. It's certainly going to help Hexaflex and his cause as he gets hit by the K91. Haven't seen that one for a while. I'm not sure what he was doing. Maybe he got out of there. Maybe he was down here and maybe he relocated. I'm not too sure. 12-13 the score. Artillery pounding on the JP E100. Hexaflex shoots into the Sheridan. Takes him down to 239 hit points, which is a one-shot for either of them. Looking to the north, looking to the south. The K91, with its really good camouflage value, is keeping Hexaflex honest here. Doesn't think he's spotted anymore. Pops out Sir Dingleberry. I love these in-game names sometimes. Even scoreboard now, 13-13. The JP's on 59 hit points, which is 58 more than he needs. The Hexaflex was on 53 hit points, doesn't get killed by the Sheridan, fires into the general direction of where the Tier 10 American light tank is and sends him back to the garage. And now it's 2 versus 1, 14-13 is the score. 7 minutes and 45 seconds left on the cap. What's he going to do? He's got the HE rounds loaded. You can see there he's got HE loaded, ready to try and take apart the Conqueror GC. They're pinging the map to where they think the Tier 10 British artillery piece was last spotted, and looks like the JP E100 as well as Hexaflex in the 113 have both left the cap. If I was a JP, I reckon I'd be staying on the cap. He's too slow to find the British artillery piece. There he is, aiming to the north. Is a very interesting place to aim when all the enemy tanks were last spotted near the cap circle, but Hexaflex confirms the last kill, picks up the top gun. Guarantee he's going to get top score for this one. Let's have a look at the battle result. Hexaflex from Envy Clan, you little ripper, in the 113, the Tier 10 Chinese heavy tank. The one that's sort of been, is it left behind a bit? Do you see it much in Clan Wars anymore? I'm not too sure. That was an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge from Hexaflex from Envy Clan. Hand of God Medal, Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect. He got 48 bonds for that game, possibly 25 of them as part of the premium missions. I'm not too sure. High caliber top gun. It was an all Tier 10 game, and of course in an all Tier 10 game you do get more bonds than in games that are not all Tier 10. And a shout out to Doanum in the JP, doing nearly 5,000 hit points of damage, but Hexaflex carried the hell out of that one with 6,233 points of damage, 6 kills, 13-19 base experience. He's fired 20 shots, 19 hit. Did I say Chinese guns were inaccurate? 19 hit, 16 penetrated. He blocked nearly 1,700. If one more of those shots had have penetrated him, it would have been a totally different result, and even a little bit of assisted damage. And he made 50,000 credits after tax with a premium account. There was a 17 or nearly an 18,000 credit battle payment there as part of some kind of mission or something like that, but or probably the clan battle payment things, who knows, but not a bad game, mate. 6,000 damage, top gun, high caliber, high five Hexaflex in the 113 platoon on Lakeville. Let's move on to our second replay in today's Tier 10 Extravaganza. This bloke always sends some fantastic replays. This is Flank and Spank from Yeti Clan. We're on Fisherman's Bay, and he's in the Grille 15. The Grille 15, the Tier 10 German tank destroyer, and he's got that groovy camouflage on it, or that what's it called? The style, which is this came out when the Christmas loot boxes first started being a thing. I've got one of these. I reckon it looks pretty groovy as he puts one into the side of the T-54 lightweight. That T-54 lightweight, the Tier 9 Russian light tank, he would have felt that for 714 hit points. Now, the Grille 15, it's got one of the... It's pretty accurate. I don't think it's quite as accurate as the as the Swedish tank destroyers, but it's pretty accurate nonetheless. He's sticking with standard rounds for the start. It's a 150mm gun, 750 alpha damage, 279 penetration. That's with standard ammunition. Heat rounds, which are premium with 334. You can see he's also got the chocolate there for his extra, you know, a bit better for the aim time. Load time and have a look at that. Hops one into the Lorraine 40 tonner, takes him down to nothing as the UDES 16 confirms that kill, and that brings the score up to 2-zip. 2-zip, 2,149 damage done so far. Flank and Spank from Yeti Clan in the Grille 15. This is the tier 10 German tank destroyer, the one that replaced the Waffenträger Alf E100. Did anybody else remember that? That was a tank, I tell you right now. Anyway, kicking back here in the bushes, trying to remain unspotted, looking towards the central part of the map. The Batchat 25 tonner pulls back a bit after maybe lighting those tanks. The AMX M449 is in an interesting position for a heavy tank. I'm not saying it's a bad position. It's probably a good position. I don't know. 2 zips to score. Flank and Spank is what's that mission telling him to do? He needs to get some Battle Hero awards for this mission for the Excalibur. That's the ones on the right-hand side of the results screen. We'll see how he goes at the end of the game if he gets any of them. I reckon, I don't want to say too much. I reckon he might get 1 or 2. 2-zip is the score. Flank and Spank from Yeti Clan. Looking at the minimap, you can see a lot of tanks just sort of kicking back here, not too far in front of him. People a little bit nervous, possibly, to roll forward. The Batchat 25T, the only one really doing any spotting in the middle part of the map, and that's where I think that's where the first couple of kills has come from. And there's another one into the AMX M449 for another 756 damage, bringing his damage count up to nearly 3,000 hit points. Hoping for a kill here, aiming towards the AMX M449. The AMX M449, that's a premium Tier 8 French heavy tank. Goes unspotted, so Flank and Spank decides to start rolling forward. And have a look at that camo style. He's got the camo net hanging off the barrel of the gun, the cage at the back of the is it the firing mechanism? Is that what people... There he goes. Didn't even fully aim into the Scorpion. Sent him back to the garage as well for another 695 hit points. That brings his damage up to exactly 3,600. Now looking at the 60 TP. Now the 60 TP is a pretty tidy Tier 10 heavy tank. It's a big Lebowski, the big Polish Tier 10 heavy tank, the 60 TP. It's got a high alpha damage gun. It's often compared to the E100. It's often discussed that 60 TP has got a similar kind of alpha damage gun as the E100, but a lot better in terms of armor and speed and all that kind of stuff. 4-1 the score now, so looking pretty good in this game on Fisherman's Bay. You can see the Scorpion G on the minimap just outside of Flank and Spank's render range, so he moves forward to put him inside that yellow circle. And of course, if you're not sure how these circles work on the minimap, the yellow circle is a maximum that you can see. Anything outside the yellow circle you're not going to see, such as that object 430U just inside of the render range there, but you can't see the nameless or the Mauschken on the minimap because they're outside of that yellow circle, if that makes sense. The this white circle, that's your maximum view range, and it's probably it's not a bad tactic when you're in a tank destroyer, a stealthy kind of tank destroyer. Try and keep the enemy between those two lines because the chances of them seeing you are much lower than if they're on the inside of this inside line. Hopefully that makes sense. Flank and Spank grows tired of waiting for the 60 TP to spot. Fires more out of frustration than anything else. 6-3, 7-3 is the score now. The 60 TP finally gets taken out by the Batchat 25 ton over there on the one line. And now it's time for Flank and Spank to start moving and getting a little bit closer to where the rest of these enemy tanks are. Looking at the mini-map, you can see there's two medium tanks, the Object 430U and the Standard B, both last spotted in the middle, and that's exactly what Flank and Spank is looking for. There's the 430U, shoots him for 695 hit points, puts a building between him and the Tier 10 Russian medium tank. He doesn't want it. He's got no armor in this thing. Sometimes you do see these tanks right at the forefront of the game. Shoots and kills the Standard B for 726 health. He does cover shot for 494 from the 430U, but definitely worth it for that kill. 750 average damage. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. He gets hit by artillery and stunned. Looks like what happened there? What happened there? He used his first aid kit, but he's still got a dead a dead loader. Possibly two crew members were killed in that one, because it's only a small first aid kit. But 11-3 is the score. It's going to take him a little bit longer to load now, for the next 70 seconds, until he can reuse that repair kit. Waiting, very, very patiently. Shoots the mouse gun for another 718. That brings his damage up to 7,689. 7,689 hit points. A little bit of assisted damage as well. And now he's maybe looking towards a T-34, willing that gun to reload. 11-4 the score, just 4 enemy tanks remain. The mouse gun, the T-10, the artillery piece, M53, M55, and that T-34 Tier 8 Premium American heavy tank. He's loaded now and ready to go. There's the side of the mouse gun. He wants all that. Doesn't get the kill on the mouse gun. Does get some assisted damage. Does track him, and the UDES-16 gets the kill. And now he's roaring forward to get as close as he can to the T-10 to make sure this shot sticks. The T-10's going to look his way. He's wiggling, isn't he? Look at him. T-10 wiggle, trying to make sure he bounces. Waits for the gun to load. Shoots him. Takes him down to 84 odd health. And the AMX M449 confirms that kill. That brings the score up to 14-4. 3 kills to Flank and Spank. You can see he's created a dynamic platoon with this other guy from Yeti, Y4. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. And then, did you see that Radio 4? He drowned himself. The artillery piece drowned himself. I hope he sent this replay to Wargaming. Give that bloke a little bit of a holiday. He was clearly going straight for the water, that artillery piece. Let's have a look and see how that artillery piece went. But first, let's not take anything away from Flank and Spank. Flank and Spank from Yeti Clan, one of the coolest in-game names, and somebody who's been sending entertaining videos for a long, long time. Remember that mission about the Battle Hero medals? That's the one over there. What did he get? Brothers in Arms for creating that dynamic platoon with his platoon mate through that game, where you get 3 kills each, and you got to survive as well, which of course they both did. Confederate for shooting more enemy tanks than anybody else. High caliber and tank sniper. So they're the battle hero ones on the right hand side. That's for that the last mission for the Excalibur. You also got the Fire for Effect Bruiser, and of course an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. 7 bonds for that game. Not too bad at all. 8,480 hit points of damage. 3 kills. 1,016 base experience on the low side for an ace. But look, 8,500 damage. Not too bad at all. 15 shots fired, 13 hit, and 12 went through. Look, he would have got 4 kills if he had got that artillery piece. And how did the artillery piece go? Not too, but no, not really. Only 200 damage. He only fired 2 shots. He was probably worried more about going into the water than trying to carry that game. That's for sure. This bloke, Radio 4. What a fool. Anyway, Flank and Spank, he made some coin there. He got the 50,000 bonus credits there, possibly the premium account one, a personal reserve for 20,000 credits. As a result, he made 83,177 credits after tax with a premium account. Even without those bonuses, he still would have come out in the red, because of course he was doing okay. He was firing standard ammunition for the majority of that battle, so it didn't really cost him too much. Just goes to show you can do 8,000 damage games with firing standard rounds. Some of the tanks were lower tier than him, tier 8, but still you got to take the good with the bad. That was an absolute ripper, and the bloke who drowned himself, I hope he has a holiday. Anyway, let's move on to game number 3 in this Tier 10 extravaganza. This is game number 3. This is Zulu Warrior, aka Crazib or Crazy B. What a legend. He twitches. He streams on Twitch. His link will be down below, along with all the other stuff that's down there. And he's in the VK 72.01K. Is this the Clan Wars Reward Tank one? I think it is, yeah. The Panzer Camp Wagon is the one that's not the Clan Wars Reward Tank, which looks a hell of a lot like it. I think there's a couple of minor differences. Alright, Crazib, or aka Zulu Warrior, also from Yeti Clan, is platooned up with Spear of the Knight? I think that's what his name is, as he pops one into the T95 FV4201, aka the Chieftain. Spear of the Knight picks up his first kill, getting rid of the, what was it? The Cranwagon in this all tier 10 game. Playing on the Asia server, Zulu Warrior in the VK 72.01K is an absolute. He's got the heat rounds loaded, because there's some heavy armor heading his way. 750 alpha damage gun, 350 penetration. That's with the heat rounds. He looks towards that IS-7. Oh, there you go. Look at that. That was a big one. 2,359 damage. That Amarak into the IS-7. He won't be too happy. The IS-7 driver, 2,359 hit points. into the IS-7. And that's completed his mission, I think. Do 3,000 damage. Oh, he hasn't completed it. He's got to block a bit more if he's going to complete that. Gee, that was massive. Brings his damage up to 3,817. That's only with three damaging shots, I should say. 3,870. He'll be giggling. He'll still be laughing about that shot. Now you can see the EBR 105 is about to kill a Conch GC, unless a Conch GC can pull off a miraculous snapshot into the Tier 10 French World Light Tank. He doesn't. There goes the artillery. He won't be too happy. Let's see if he gives him a burn in chat. Oh, he got a little bit unlucky there. I mean, that looks like the enemy team have just smashed through the middle. The Leopard 1 kills the French World Light Tank. That sort of evens it up a bit. Gets rid of the French World Light Tank. 3-2s are scored. Zulu Warrior from Yeti Clan. Platooned up with his old mate Spear of the Night, also from Yeti. And BIEQ from WOFSCs in a 113. Another 113 is just about loaded and ready to rock and roll. Looking around the corner. Looking. Ron Corellia, it looks like he's trying to make an assault on the donut. He's got most of his hit points. Look briefly towards his right for the Object 430U. Notices that the Russian medium tank, he's a little bit too low for him to hit, so continues to look to his left. Bounces the T110E5 for 400 hit points. That's the American heavy tank, and that might help for it. He needs to block 7,500. 5-2's the score. I've got a feeling I don't know if he's going to get this mission or not. We'll find out. Artillery shows a bit of interest. He shoots him, uses his first aid kit to unstun his crew. Shoots and kills the T110E5. T110E5 shoots him again, but his tracks eke the shot. And will that go towards his mission? Who knows? Well, he's up to 1,240. Needs another 6,000 odd hit points of damage blocked by armour. Let's see if he can do it in this game. 6-4 the score now, looking towards the Object 430U. A kill there will make the scoreboard look a lot better. 7-4 looks a lot better than 6-4 on the scoreboard. Rolling forward now, looking for the 60 TP and that Chieftain that he did put a shot into not too long ago. They're both one-shots for him in this big bad German gun. Looks towards the Chieftain first. The artillery gets him only for 14 hit points, but more importantly, stuns his crew again, so he can't really aim too well. Instead of continuing up the hill, goes down and going around here. But maybe if he gets around this area, he's going to negate the artillery's shell. He won't be able to hit him. Artillery won't be able to hit him if he goes around here. I don't think, anyway. Slowly climbing up this hill. Looks for the 60 TP and finds him. Unfortunately, BIEQ, I don't know. Unfortunately, he gets taken out, but the score on 9-6. Crazib on 4 kills. 6,719 hit points of damage. 1,240 damage blocked by armour. I don't think there's going to be enough enemy tanks left to shoot him, to bounce him, to get the damage blocked by armour mission. Blocks 490 hit points from the IS-7. Now, I don't know where his shot went. He looked like the aim was true into the Tier 10 Russian heavy tank, but it didn't look like it quite landed where it should have. Who knows? 10-7 the score now. Zulu Warrior, aka Crazy B, is on Twitch. Check him out. Link down below. Crazy B on Twitch, or Crazib on Twitch. What a legend. And he often platoons with the old mate Dougie too. He's a very entertaining character as well. 10-7 the score on Corellia, continuing to roll forward on the strong and sturdy VK7201K. Did I mention Clan Wars? It's a Clan Wars reward tank. He sees the Conch GC. The Conch GC gets a shot off, but before the shot lands, Zulu Warrior gets one into the British Tier 10 artillery piece, picking up his 5th kill of the game. He does get stunned again, pulls back because he's not stunned anymore, but his first aid kit was still on the cooldown, but it's not now. Anyways, we can see he's running chocolate. The chocolate's going to help with his aim time, his reload time, all that stuff. 5 clutch towards the Leopard 1. Oh, loses his motor, loses the engine, so we'll just quicken it up to make him get up there a little bit faster. 19 hit points from the IS-7. HE. The IS-7's given up. He's firing HE. Crazib shoots the Leopard, takes him down to a one-shot. The Leopard finally kills him. He doesn't get his block damage mission, but he did manage to pick up 8,007 hit points of damage. Have a look down there in the bottom left-hand side of your screen. 5 kills to Zulu Warrior from Yeti Clan. 2,220 damage blocked by armour. 123 assisted damage. 8,000 damage done in the big bad German heavy tank, the VK7201K. Getting a little bit dry. It looks like the Object 705A is going to get the drop on the IS-7 here. Really. Oh, leaves him on 100 health. Well, I mentioned, what did I say about Clan Wars? The VK7201K, that's one of the tanks that is sometimes available as a reward for a Clan Wars campaign tank, as well as the Chieftain, the Object 907, and the M60. What else? There's a T90. Oh, there's something or other. There's heaps of them. They're all fantastic. So if you're in a clan, you want to do Clan Wars, do the Clan Wars campaigns. The next one's probably due about to Christmas, or maybe a bit after Christmas. That's where you can pick up not only a tank, but also bonds, gold, premium time, boosters, credits, little things to paint your tank, everything. Like, it's well worth it. As well as the VK7201K, which is one of the older ones that's been around for a little bit now. Now, let's go through the battle result before we move on to our final Ace Tanker replay in this Tier 10 Saturday Extravaganza Ace Tanker Mastery Badge for me, old mate Zulul Warrior. I don't even know what Zulul means, but I'm sure it means something good. Crazy B, we call him, or Crazib. What a gentleman. Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. Demolition export for that ammo. Remember that ammo rack? How good was that? The replay's worth it just for that ammo rack. That was fantastic. Jeweler's medal, fired up, fire for effect. You got 20 bonds. You got a high caliber. You had an absolute ripper. 8,007 hit points of damage, 5 kills, 1,308 base experience, 13 shots fired, 10 hit, nail penned. And he even made a note there, ammo rack, a near full health IS7 on 2,359 hit points. Not bad, Crazy B, not bad at all. Cost him nearly 8,000 credits, even with the 50,000 bonus from his, maybe his first win of the game as a premium, the first mission for the first win of the game. But well worth it for a replay like that. Not just worth it for the ammo rack, let alone the rest of the replay. Don't forget to check out Crazib on Twitch. His link will be down below, along with all the other stuff, and you'll see more lols and more things like that with him and, of course, his mates from Yeti Clan. Speaking of Yeti Clan, this is the Flying Elite. The Flying Elite is back. Flying Elite in the JP E100, the one with the big bad gun. What did you say about the big bad gun, Stewie? It's big, it's bad. 1,050 alpha damage. That's right. It's not a misprint. Do not adjust your sets. 1,050 alpha damage. 420 penetration. That's with the heat rounds. That's premium ammunition. The standard round is 299 penetration. Now, Flying Elite's not stuffing around. He's going straight for the heat. 1,050, 420 alpha damage. You've got chocolate to help with the reload time, as you would imagine with a 1,050 alpha damage gun. The reload time is going to be, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to reload this bad boy. What kind of, that's the camouflage, the 1945 camouflage, the one that we got from I think it was the first season of Frontlines, which I reckon looks pretty good. We're on airfield and he's going up to the north. Have a look at this. This is an interesting. I'm looking forward to watching this. I've never seen a tank destroyer go up here before. Of course, he is top tier in this game. It's a two-tier battle. It's a two-tier battle, and there's tier 9s and tier 10s in this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tier 10s, and must be 9 tier 9s. Rightio. So he's certainly top tier of this one. There's a mouse, a 277, a 430U. They'll all be nice, juicy targets, as his team are doing okay already. They've already got rid of 2 tanks, a tier 8, a tier 9, and a tier 10. Looks briefly towards that EBR thing. No, I'm not going to waste my time on that guy. He's on such low hit points already. Looking for a shot on the JP E100 on the enemy team. Can't quite get it. There's a big pile of rocks in the way. The score's already 2-zip. We've talked about the gun, 1,050. That's right, 1,050 damage. So you go. I guess key with this now. A long time ago, I used to play this tank all the time. It's got an enormous gun. What can I say? It's all about the gun. Looking at the 705 now, this should be all right. There you go, 1,313 hit points. That's not a bad roll. Hacks confirmed. That's right, people. He won't be happy. That 705 driver, he felt that. The IS7 got the kill, but who cares? He just completed the mission. Oh, he's spotted a couple of tanks. Oh, that's all right. But he's also he hasn't completed the mission. He's got to do 10 damaging shots. Well, if he does 10 damaging shots, he might potentially do over 10,000 damage. Let's see if he can do it. 4-zip. Here's the score. His team's doing a great job in the middle part of this map. Flying Elite looking towards where the enemy tank destroyers often hang around. You can see that the Rocktrager Alpha Panzer IV was there, but he's obviously that shot didn't hit anyone. The blind shot didn't hit anybody because the dust came up. You know what I mean? Like it hits the dirt, and the dirt just flies up in here. Let's quicken it up while he reloads. 4 zip is the score, 1,350 hit points of damage done. He's already blocked 1,000 hit points. He's blocked a shot from the mouse and the Waffentrager Panzer IV for 1,050 hit points. Puts one into that mouse for 929. So that sort of, I guess that balances that super high roll that he had not too long ago. He got the high roll for 1,313. Now he got a bit of a low roll for 929. 1,050 is the average damage of this big bad gun. It's enormous. Let's look at it again. 170 millimeter. That's, wow, you'd feel that one. There's it. Who's spotting that M53 over there? He's behind. It can't be the T49, surely. Maybe these guys. Maybe one of these guys has spotted the artillery piece over there. Grille starts picking the map, saying, somebody kill that arty. And Flying Elite saying, I'm not really interested in killing the arty, not quite yet. Bounces another shot from the Grille 15 on the enemy team, brings his damage block by armor up to nearly 3,000 hit points. There's the JP E100 on the enemy team. That's what he's clearly looking at. Takes his time aiming. It's got 400 odd penetration, we said, didn't we? 420 penetration, no problems whatsoever. Unfortunately for the enemy team, they're having a little bit of trouble penetrating the Flying Elite's tank. The same tank, the JP E100, is blocked nearly 3,000 hit points of damage. He's done 2,617 hit points of damage, and he's picked up a kill. 6-1's a score. We're going to keep rolling towards these enemy tanks. There's the mouse, didn't even aim then. Just aimed roughly into the cheek of the Tier 10 heavily armoured German mouse, and landed it. I mean, that's the beauty, I guess, of 420 millimetres of penetration. 6-1's a score, 1 kill to the Flying Elite from the airplane, winding up this Tier 10 extravaganza. 4 Tier 10 Ace Tanker replays in one video. Now, we're a week away from Oz Armour Fest. I did mention it before. If you haven't already, jump into my Discord. Link will be down below. And a few meetups are being organised as the Flying Elite blind shots that bush. Because who knows? Who could be sitting in that bush? Now, that M53, M55 is still alive. And he will certainly be aiming Flying Elite's way because he's just over there. Unless he's cowering behind that rock. Let's see. Hopefully we don't see another suicide. The Grille 15 that time does manage to penetrate the Flying Elite. That takes him down to 380 hit points, which is a one shot for a lot of tanks on the enemy team. So he's got to be a little bit conservative here, I think. 8-2's the score, 3,708 hit points of damage, 2,850 damage blocks, 21 assisted damage. You might say it's only 21, but it all counts. It all counts. There's the Object 277 with 1,750 hit points up his sleeves. The Flying Elite will be licking his lips saying, I want some of that. I want some of that indeed. Looking towards where he thinks Artie might be. Probably behind that bush. Oh, how good would that have been? How good would that have been if that blind shot had have worked? Who knows? The artillery hits the UDES 16, takes him down to 153 hit points. There are 2 artilleries left. There's a Tiger onto the Tier 9 GW Tiger and the M53, M55. We know where the M53, M55 is because he was spotted not too long ago. Now, he might have run away, but I reckon he would have been lit if he had have run away. 8-6 is the score now. The enemy team are clawing this back. If they can, if the enemy team hit the Flying Elite and kill him, maybe with an arty shell, or they kill the 705 on 455 hit points. There's a few tanks that are one-shottable, the UDES as well. All of a sudden, it won't be such a good-looking score. Shoots the Object 277 for another 1,075 hit points. That brings his damage up to 4,783. 3,340 damage blocked. 21 assisted damage. It all counts. Blocks the 277's heat round again. Twice in a row. He'll be cursing that tank. He'll be going, stupid. But, he'll be, as you go, oh, look at that. Ooh, that would have been a bit sad, really. The T-54 crashed. And but that brings the score up to 7-5. Looks like the 705 is going to try and flank the Object 277. No idea why the enemy artillery piece is not looking Flying Elite's way. Oh, is he going to get this one? He should. Yes, he gets him. That was an ammo rack for 675 hit points. That brings the score back up to 11-8 with 5,458 hit points of damage done. 38-30. Damage blocked. He's reloading. He's on 380 hit points. There's only one artillery left now. That German one got. Wow! Did you see that? Let's see if we can go. We'll see if we can rewind that a little bit and see that again. Looking for that Grille. Maybe we missed it, but who knows? He's reloading, rolling forward towards where these two. The tank. That's where the tank. That's the tank without the lid. He gets spotted, he shoots, and he hits the Grille sets him on fire for 1,182, plus the fire for 84. That's 1,366? 1,266. no problem, and get some more assisted damage as well. 1310, 2 kills to the Flying Elite, 6,724 hit points of damage, nearly 4,000 damage blocked by armor, 87, 13 off 100, 87 assisted damage, and he wants the M53, M55. He's heading straight for that corner. He's still got the heat rounds loaded, not going for the HE option. Who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter what he hits him with. Oh, there you go. You just saw the trail go up from that bush. He blind fires and shoots and kills the Tier 9 American artillery piece, and that just leaves that EBR 90, who just looks like he just got snapshotted by that FV 3805. And that concludes today's Tier 10 extravaganza, the Flying Elite from Yeti Clan, with the JP E100. That's not the right result. That's the right result. JP E100, the Tier 10 German tank destroyer, the one with 420 penetration. That was an Ace Tanker Mastery badge. Bruiser Medal, Demolition Expert, Fire for Effect, Shell Proof, 4 bonds, Steel Wall, High Caliber that did more damage than anyone else. 7,174 hit points. 3 kills, 1,076 base experience, 12 shots fired, 9 hit, they all penned. And 9 hit, 8 penned. A little bit sniped. Blocked nearly 4K, Ace Tanker, no problems whatsoever. Cost him 36,000 credits, but that's okay, because it was heat rounds all day long with that 420 penetrating shot. I forgot about that 1,050 alpha damage. I'm going to take that thing out soon and have a little bit of fun with it. Not too bad at all. Flying Elite's also a community contributor, and he does videos. And I think he might be doing Twitch soon as well. But in the meantime, check out his YouTube channel. That link will be down there with all the other stuff that I normally put. And like I said, if you're going to Oz Armour Fest, yell out, say g'day. That's on next weekend. I'll be up there in sunny Cairns. Once again, thanks for the replays, lads. Flying Elite from Yeti in the JP E100. Zulu Warrior, check him out on Twitch, also known as crazib. Flank and Spank in the Grille, and Hexaflex in the 113. Thanks for those replays. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time. Like I said, Oz Armour Fest next week. How good were those battles? How good were those Tier 10 extravaganza battles? I love them. We love an extravaganza, and we love a Tier 10 extravaganza. I mentioned Oz Armour Fest. Oz Armour Fest. Google it. It's up in Cairns, or I think it's called Smithfield. Not too far from Cairns. I'll be staying in Trinity Beach. You want to catch up for a beer? Yell out. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday night for the weekend. Next weekend, the Father's Day weekend, from the 30th until the 4th of September. Yell out. Check out the Discord down below. There'll be details of catch-ups and all that kind of stuff. There's a wargaming event on the Saturday night after the museum closes. The wargaming event will be at the museum. That's free if you're already in there. You will need to buy a ticket to get into the Oz Armour Fest, though. It looks like it's going to be fantastic. I've never been there before. Looking forward to meeting a heap of people and having a great time as well. It's going to be huge, and like my old mate Jezza often says, the water tanks community, it's massive. These are a heap of legends that are going to be there. And I'd love to meet you. So yell out, say g'day, get on board, and reach out on Discord, Twitch, Facebook, links all down below, and we'll have a good time up there in sunny Cairns. Get away from this Melbourne winter. Thanks again, everyone. Look forward to seeing you all next week. Take care, and see you all next time.